88 gang.
Hit me.
AYB, let pipe him up, bro.
Let's go big. 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 I got hop in a car with no roof. I got hop in a car with no roof. Let's go big. 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 Let's go big.
Is Jake Paul making a huge mistake by fighting Platinum Mike Perry before the Mike Tyson fight?
Only time will tell.
You know the story. Mike Tyson had a medical condition, so that fight with Jake Paul has been postponed until November. Instead, he's going to fight Platinum Mike Perry, your friend, former UFC fighter, the current
Mike Tyson was old as hell, and they said, hold on, let me do a couple more scans real quick.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But Platinum Mike Perry is absolutely dominating in the bare knuckle fighting championship organization right now.
Ooh.
He looks awesome.
Yeah.
And now Jake Paul is going to put his pretty face on the line to fight Platinum Mike Perry in a boxing match before he's supposed to fight Mike Tyson, which a lot of people are saying is a huge mistake because he could get seriously hurt.
No, this is the thing about it. I really and truly like this move because, number one, who the hell want to wait 5 months? I'm not finna be pumped up for 5 months to watch Jake Paul fight against Mike Tyson.
Sure.
He did have us for a nice little 30 days, right? They promoted the fight real soon, and we're in June. It's supposed to be happening next month, so we still was kind of looking forward to seeing what's happening. But at the end of the day, in November, do you know how much shit gonna happen between now and November?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I feel like we are still excited about that fight because for the same reasons it makes sense. The age, the youth, right?
Yep.
What he did in the past, Mike Tyson I'm talking about, and Jake Paul just having a screw loose and with actual punching power, right?
Yeah.
He constantly is putting himself in positions. I think the savage move is to show I will fight everybody because once again, a KSI is not going to fight everybody.
Right.
All these different people will say it, but he's actually showing that he'll do it. He's fighting a difficult fight of somebody that's found the sport that they belong in, somebody who's shown that whether it's Luke Rockhold or MVP or Eddie Alvarez or the actual guy that was a prior bare knuckle champion, he's showing that he's going with anybody.
Yeah.
And he got a crazy brand right now. I think it was dope. I like the move. And there's history behind them two training together already.
So, a couple questions.
Yeah.
Real talk. That's the name of the show. Is Real Right Quick.
Real talk right quick.
Okay. You fought Jake Paul twice.
Yeah.
Is Mike Perry a better striker than you?
Man, I thought you said real talk. I know we got kids in the room, but we ain't got to go Barney, get it? No, at the end of the day, Mike's good at brawling, right? Now, if you ask me if he's a better brawler than me, who's the best brawler that you can think of in our division? It would be Robbie Lawler. See what happened when Robbie Lawler tried to brawl with me.
Right.
He didn't land one punch. He didn't even let a gust of wind go by my face.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm going to say no.
Right.
But I do love what Mike Perry is doing in bare knuckle boxing. I do think it's a unique, once again, these Jake Paul fights, it got to be something that makes us be like, oh shit, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So now look at it. Mike Perry was a training partner for Jake back in the day before he fought me, right? They fell out because Mike Perry claims that Jake showed parts of the sparring where he got the better of Mike.
Right.
Mike quotes that it was other parts, but he wasn't allowed to videotape, right? That he was getting the better of Jake. So they kind of had a falling out. So when I fought Jake the first time, at the end of the day, Mike Perry came to the first face-off in Miami, and he literally was supporting me. He was at ringside. He was ready to fight everybody. He literally wanted all the smoke. So one, I can't act like that ain't my dog, right? Two, I love the fact that they're going to make bread, right? They're going to make big time bread. And it's because this is a fight that's actually tougher on paper. It's not as, the youth is not a big gap, right? This kid's currently been fighting, and he's been fighting in a more violent sport than Jake.
So
and everybody's got a question if Jake is really a fighter. You can't beat a bare knuckle boxing champion, which is the most purest, ultimate version of fighting, more than MMA. He's a real world champion. You can't contest him if he beats him in the sport.
Moment of truth.
Yeah.
Who wins this fight?
I don't know, and I don't care, but I'll be there to see it.
That's pretty great. All right, one more question. If you're Mike Tyson, and you're seeing this all happen. Are you excited or are you a little nervous? Because if Mike Perry beats the brakes off of Jake Paul, it does kind of lower the interest in wanting to see Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, right?
If I'm Mike Tyson, I'm unbothered. I'm indifferent about it. It doesn't build his fight. It doesn't diminish his fight. His fight's a big fight because one is the first one on Netflix. They still maintain it. If this fight was such a big fight, right, it would have superseded that and it would have replaced Mike Tyson fight on Netflix. It clearly was a good fight, an exciting fight. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm not saying you, Mike, because you're my dog. I'm not saying you're a placeholder, but this fight is a placeholder to keep the interest, keep Jake positive, keep him moving.
Yeah.
Because we see him fight a lot. He knows, and that's the smart thing about him. When I fought 4 world title fights in a row, my momentum was there. When you take breaks, it hurts you. He knows it's a mistake to wait from the last time he fought to November. So he's fighting somebody the people will get behind the fight, that he'll make some money in. And I feel like his resume is starting to show that when he's fighting against somebody that threatens him, he rises to the occasion because he keeps matching himself up with those types of opponents.
I agree with you that this is a placeholder fight, but I think that this is...
Mike, you're not a placeholder.
No,
but this fight is.
This is a golden opportunity for Mike Perry to take his star to the next level.
For sure.
I think this...
If Mike Perry wins this fight, he's viral at this moment.
He's viral. And
the UFC will call him back. They kind of shoot him off. Hunter's like, why don't you get him to come over there? If he beat Jake Paul, right, the one that they sworn intimacy to, right, they will bring Mike Perry back. Because I know Michael Chandler needs to fight.
Yep.
I know Conor McGregor. You going to tell me that Mike Perry ain't the #1 candidate for that fight?
I know platinum is more... He'll be golden than Mike Perry after that.
I know one thing. The UFC...
Double platinum Perry.
They hold grudges, but when it's time to make money, they will break bread.
100%. The WNBA ratings are higher than they've ever been. They're smashing it. So why are people still so critical of Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark?
Who the F who?
Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese played against each other on Saturday. It was the most watched game. Over 3 million people tuned in at its peak. It's crushing it, right? Yeah. But people are still like, oh, Angel Reese is too violent. She smacked Caitlyn Clark. And people are like, oh, Caitlyn Clark needs to toughen up and blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. I don't care about the criticism anymore. Sports is entertainment. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
This is a soap opera, and everybody's attached to their television to see how it plays out. And I stopped what I was doing on Saturday to watch this game.
Yeah, they got you.
I'm hooked. I love it. But by the way, I've been on the women's basketball train for years. Remember,
I like women's basketball.
Remember when everybody's remember when Stephen A. Smith caught a whole bunch of crap for not platforming the WNBA? Guess who hired an active WNBA player to co-host TMZ Sports years ago? You. Me and Renee Montgomery.
Trailblazers around here.
That's right.
So don't even get it twisted. So at the end of the day, how you feel about this whole concept?
I love it.
All right, this is what I feel about it. All right, when you are a little league basketball player and it's AAU, and parents and people are being mean on Facebook and adults are coming at you and nobody will give you a break. Now calm down, this is a kid. You're a professional, you're getting paid. You are now becoming an entertainer that uses the sport of basketball to entertain. You're paid a nice salary. I don't want to get into your pockets and count your digits, but I want to say something, you're not doing it for free.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you will get scrutiny. You will get people hating on you. The same people that told me they love me told me they wish my head get knocked off into my mom's lap. I've seen everything, but at the end of the day, that's not going to stop me from getting into the gym and train. Secondly, you cannot avoid the comparison that when this happens to an African-American athlete, right, we're seen to just roll it off your shoulder. If you respond to it, your response to it now supersedes the action that was done to you. But she is getting the, pity RSVP for the pity party for this situation. I think in both cases, signed up for this comes along with it. This is just one of the many distractions that you will have. Just like when you training and you want to get off the treadmill because your body telling you don't want to do it again. Just like, the weight cutting, you got to which food to eat. You got to make choices. You got to block out the distractions and stay focused. That's why it's so hard. That's why so few people are able to be a pro athlete, because they don't have the discipline to choose the harder, least appetizing, right, non-fun way each time they get a chance to. You get paid a high dollar when you make it to the top. That's what your discipline got you, but unfortunately, this comes with the territory.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't think that the rivalry between Angel Reese and
love that
Caitlyn Clark,
rivalry.
I love it so much.
Heads up.
I don't think it's because it's a black versus white thing. I think it's because you have two high-level athletes who are competing at the highest level and are trying to show the public that one is better than the other.
It's also because it's female sports.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Female sports have always had an issue of being held at the same standard. They had an issue with equality, right?
Yep.
And emotionally, they've always felt like they had to prove that they belong, right? So now you got those emotions already invested when the game first starts, right? You got how much they get paid, the viewership, the TV contracts, endorsements. All these things are an emotional. And if you're an athlete, these things drain you and can affect performance. So now you got a dilemma with a girl that you can't get away from her.
Yeah.
2 times in a, you know what I mean?
But
NCAA, now in the NBA, your first year. This is a good part about it. Look at the good side. They both in the NBA. They both are breaking records with viewership, right? They both are probably making high endorsements for anybody in their same position, right? And we're talking about them right now.
100%. And I think, I love it because I think that anytime Angel Reese plays a game, I'm watching. Anytime Caitlyn Clark plays a game, I'm watching. And when they play against each other, it's just like, it's iron sharpens iron and you want to see the intensity. I think Angel Reese is trying to show everybody that she's the best rookie in the league right now. And Caitlyn Clark's trying to show everybody that she's the best rookie in the league right now.
WNBA, you welcome. And I'm going to tell you why. You welcome because as they go to those games and watch those two people rival, they're going to see 1 or 2 players from each team that actually got skills, they got heart.
That's right.
Right? And now it's going to bring new fans to the table that now want to watch another game because it may not be Caitlyn and Reese, right? But it may be another team that has a rival, right? Now we want to watch the Sparks go against the team from Vegas, right? We don't know. This team was a former champion of last year. Now we're over here to look at this. But now if you guys do your job right from a marketing standpoint and a quality control standpoint, you may keep us. So they are bringing them there. It's your job, WMA, to keep us as fans.
That's right. And by the way, what they're doing right now, I'm hooked.
All right.
I'm hooked. I'm
they got
watching
the
next
memo.
game.
They got the memo.
Right. Justin Timberlake arrested for drunk driving. His mugshot was released. Tyron, on a scale of 1 to handsome, how do you rate it?
Take Uber.
So Justin Timberlake was arrested just after midnight on Monday for running a stop sign and failing to stay on the right side of the road. When he was pulled over, the officer said that there was a strong smell of alcohol. Timberlake refused the breathalyzer. He was arrested. He took this mugshot, and the first thing my wife said when she saw it was, "That is a bad dye job."
Oh, and his beard?
No, his hair. Your beard tells the truth.
Your beard
you
is
can't
what your
lie.
hair.
So his beard is
You can't be
gray.
salt and pepper down here and ginger at the top.
You can, but that's a bad dye job, bro.
But I just rebuked your theory right then.
Why? How so?
Because I've seen people that's straight salt and pepper here and ginger at the top.
No, but not like that. That is too dark to match. That does not go
That's a good
along.
dye job. That mean that if had they not throw that, I'm not finna get no free advertisement because I ain't signed with nobody. But say they put blank and blank in his hair, that looks good.
I mean, he's a handsome man.
That's the first thing they
He's a
look at.
handsome man, but that's an
We
objective.
petty out here, y'all. The
dye
first
job.
thing we thinking about is his dye job when he locked up for DWI.
Yeah, but he got out, and he's going to be fine. And the reality of it is he's rich, and he can afford the penalties they're going to give him, and he's not going to go to jail, and they're going to slap him on the wrist.
Can you
and they're
get
gonna
pulled
make him
over?
go to-
Like, what if, I'm just hypothetically saying, I'm not telling, allegedly, this is not what you should do. What happened if you get pulled over and then you was kind of swerving, like, officer, you know what? I'm falling asleep, man. I've been up all day.
They'll say, okay.
I'm falling asleep at the wheel. I'm trying to stay up. I'll pull over.
Let me tell you how this
roll
plays
the
out.
window down, but I was scared because it's a rough neighborhood.
I'll
and I
tell
don't
you-
want to get robbed.
I'll
so
tell you how
I
it
just
plays
try
out.
to thug it out.
The officer's going to say, okay, that's great, but I do smell a little bit of alcohol in your breath, and I'm going to give you an alcohol test.
My
So
mom,
you're gonna-
I just dropped
so
my
you're
mom
gonna-
off.
So you're going to walk
I
the
just
line.
dropped my mom off.
So
She
you're going
was
to walk the
drinking
line.
Stag.
You're going to do this thing, and then I'm going to say, do you want to take a
I dropped my
breathalyzer?
mom off. She was drinking Stag in the car.
That's okay because you still have to do the test.
You don't have to do. You can
You
deny
don't.
that.
You can deny it,
'Cause
but
I
then they're
clearly
gonna-
said Justin Timberlake denied the breathalyzer.
Did you just call him Justin Timberlake?
Timberlake.
You did. I heard Nake. Anyway,
he denied
the
the
breathalyzer,
breathalyzer.
which, by the way, in California, I believe it's a mandatory suspension of your license if you refuse
I
the
know,
breathalyzer.
but it's not mandatorily given facts that you were intoxicated. You don't have that
Correct.
meter.
I agree. And
We
you
have
the
a
right to
lawyer
deny
right
it.
here.
You can refuse a breath test. You can. You have the right to do that. But it doesn't come without.
Can I be real with you? Everybody got something to say when somebody get pulled over, but everybody had a little sip one time in their life.
Of course. Of course.
Just because you didn't get pulled over, don't be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did it.
So let me ask you the obvious question that everybody's been asking that you brought up a couple seconds ago.
Yeah.
When you are rich and famous like Justin Timberlake and you have all the money in the world, money's not an option, and you go out and you get drunk, you have one too many, Why not hire a driver? Why don't you have a driver on standby?
I mean, Uber, like celebrities take Ubers.
Yeah, but why
you
didn't
got to
you-
hire a driver? So like we making it very economical for you. We're making it very practical for you. We're making it very safe for you, and you can come back and get your whip. And even if it's gone, you got insurance. I said Uber, and I was joking, but I really meant it. Because at the time when you want to go home in your own car, maybe you was listening to a song, you want to wrap that mug up, you want to get your Bluetooth.
I know, but let's play this
phone.
out. Let's play this out, okay? That's fine. I have my nice car and I want to go home in it, but guess what? If I have a driver take me home, I can put up the little thing and I can sit in the back and go talk to me, and I'll send one of my 75 assistants, because I'm Justin Timberlake,
Man, I used
to
to
take
have
one of
a
my
dri-
other cars to go pick up that car in the morning and drive it back in my
I
house.
used to have a driver/security drive my car, so then he can kind of watch it. Then when I got done, then I know I never had to drive. He'll take an Uber from my house back to his car, back to his house, but he would drive my vehicle if you so much want to be in your own car.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot of different ways around it. That's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
But hey, we all got a little. We
I
wouldn't
know.
have a show if we didn't have,
That's
you know what I
true.
mean, critical judgmental eyes.
I will say
combs on
this.
them.
I want to end this segment by saying this. Bad dye job, beautiful steely blue eyes. Look at that. And number 3, thank God nobody got hurt, and hopefully he gets help.
You know
That's
what?
4 things.
I know what happened.
I'm bad at
I know why. I
math.
know
I went
why
to
your
Arizona
wife brought
State.
up the dye, because you got this little salt and pepper thing going
That's right.
on. My
Yeah, I'm
dog,
trying to
you
make
know what
my-
I mean?
you're
And
inspired,
then
the
he's
beard.
telling you, guess what? I got the brown up top, but I got a little sprinkle on the side too,
Yeah.
so it should match top and bottom. So that's how we located the bad job.
Bad dye job.
All right, guys.
There is a viral video going around which appears to show a white manager at a department store firing a black employee, claiming she was 4 hours late, and he said, "We don't run on black people time here."
Yeah, we got to unpack this one right here.
You got to look at this video in an elevator at a department store. You can see there are several black people in the elevator, and the white manager is apparently firing this woman in the elevator
Embarrassing.
and saying some horrifically racist stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not running on black people time. Get off the elevator.
Excuse me, what?
You heard me.
How
Hey,
about
Shaniqua,
this? You want to
this
see
isn't the
black
ghetto.
people?
You don't take.
You want to see black
Yeah,
people?
you don't take
How about
shit
you
off of
give-
me.
How about you give me
Yo.
your money? How about you give me your money then? How about that?
It's a,
How about that? How about that?
there's no. I'm not. I don't have money on me.
No, how about
seriously.
that? How about that? Give me your money.
Gene, you're acting a fool.
I don't care. You're being racist. What do you mean?
I'm not being racist.
How about
Get-
that? You want me to act black?
told
You want
you.
me to act like a monkey? Like, this is ridiculous.
You said that. I didn't say that. Get off at the lobby.
The thing that I saw in the video that really confused me the most is why nobody stole off on him in the elevator. They all just sat there quietly and watched. Because at the end of the day, we are definitely in 2024. We're not about to act like that. We're not about to moonwalk. I don't know how he felt so comfortable, one, firing anybody, black or white, in the elevator, right? I granted you late, 2 to 4 hours late from work is unacceptable, right? But it's a way and it's a protocol in which you do everything. So to embarrass her to the exponent of 10, to then say we ain't running on black people time. I don't know if her real name was Shaquisha.
Janiqua, I think
If
he
it
said.
Hey, he gonna get in trouble now.
I know, I don't wanna get in
I think he
trouble.
said Shaquisha. If he said Shaquisha and that's not really her name, it's un poco funny, but it's not right. You
Here's
laugh.
the
You
thing,
laugh.
here's the
Hey,
thing. Can I tell you why the people
Hey,
in the
yeah,
elevator
Evan
made the
laugh.
right move? Can I tell you why the people in the elevator made the right move?
I know.
Because, as you
Everybody
said,
videotape me too.
it's 2024, and
And
you know
and
what?
video cameras out.
If they do anything physical
I
in
still
that
probably would've
situation,
stole them, though.
I know what you want to do, but the
I would've did
financial,
it.
the smart financial move is to get the whole thing on video.
No, the
and now
whole-
you go to the department store and you go,
See,
"Settlement
that's
time."
why we cover these topics. What I'm thinking about is I'm gonna punch you hard as a mug, take the phone, delete the footage, and I'm gonna zoom out of there. You by the time you wake up,
Nope.
it's over with.
Nope. See, you're living the fantasy.
That's why we do this. But at the end of the day,
the best way is you record it and you go, "Have a nice day, Mr. Racist Man," and then you
But
go
you know what?
and you get paid
you know
for
what she
that.
messed up at though? She started like, no, give me my money. Like she started trying to look like she was like grabbing. Like you really can low key, even though we can all see it was like trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
He can act like she was trying to rob him and all this other stuff, which then is gonna not debunk, but it's gonna take a little bit of legs off of her claim about him being racist.
So what's worse, getting beat up for saying racist stuff, or getting publicly shamed and having that follow you around for the rest of your life for saying racist stuff?
This is the time where you may have made a point.
I'll
For
take
people,
the win.
for you to be coined as a racist motherfucker, like it's hard to break that. Like, and then if anybody start dealing with you, then they kind of like, well, you racist because you dealing with him and you know the bullshit that he did. So I agree with you.
I win.
You won. But I'm still would have punched him. I would have made the wrong choice, but I would have did that choice. All right, so we are not going to dance right past this holiday. We're not going to do that. On this show, Real Shh Right Quick, we will celebrate Juneteenth. So we want to wish everybody, not just African Americans, because it's a part of American history, not African American history. We are going to celebrate Juneteenth. We're going to say one time for everybody, one time for freedom, one time for us all being as one. Let's get closer to that number. All love.
Let's go big. Let's go big. Let's go big. Let's go big. I got, hop in a car with no roof.